Once upon a time, there were two lovers. They lived in a beautiful city, but they lived on opposite sides. Now, one night the man was feeling lonely. He hadn't seen his beloved in a long time, and he thought he would go and visit her. So he put on his traveling cloak. He walked out the door, and he began the long journey through the moonlit streets. He walked over bridges and under them. He walked through dark alleys and beyond guard dogs. He walked under starlight and in darkness. Finally, after many hours, he came to her small house. Looking up into her yard, he saw beautiful golden light falling out of her window. He opened the gate and stepped inside. Water was playing on a beautiful fountain, and everything seemed hushed and still, as if it had waited for his arrival. Slowly he climbed the steps and knocked on the door. There was silence for a moment, and then she called out, "Who is there?" "It is I, your lover," said the man. And he looked through the window on the doorway, and he could see her inside. Her hair shimmered like a halo of 1,000 crystals. Her eyes were green as a summer's day. Her beautiful body was stretched across the couch, and he thought that she had never looked more lovely than she did tonight. But the next words that would come from her lips would change his life forever. "The house of love is small," she said, "and there is only room for one of us here." Feeling her rebuff like a physical blow, he stumbled back down the steps. Never had rejection felt so cruel or painful, like it had just stabbed him in the heart, and blindly he stumbled out of her gateway and back onto the streets of life. There he wandered for many years, passing through many towns and cities and villages, always restless, never at peace. Finally, many years had passed, and he had become an old man. Life, in all her terrible beauty and brokenheartedness, had finally revealed her secrets to him. And wiser now, braver, stronger, and at peace. One night he knew it was time, finally, to return to his beloved's house. He set out and walked many miles, many days and nights, and his feet were sore by the time he again came to the city where she lived. Again he walked through the winding streets, over bridges and through pathways, around gardens and up and down hills, until at last he came to her doorway. There he opened the gate, stepped into the beautiful garden, and climbed the steps. He looked through the window, and as if no time had really passed at all, he saw her there in the same position as all those years ago, hair flowing around her. Older, but still beautiful. He knocked 3 times on her door, and she called out, "Who is there?" "Only you, beloved," he said. and the door swung open.